What better way to view the majestic exterior of Aachen Cathedral than from above, courtesy of some students flying a drone-mounted camera. The core structure of this famous and historic church was built by Emperor Charlemagne between 793 and 800 AD, with a series of chapels added throughout the Middle Ages. The cathedral is visited by around 1.3 million people a year.
It's a fascinating construction, all done by hand, with no cranes.
We found really interesting the architecture because of this round shape, and the mosaics are wonderful.
For me, the atmosphere of this church is also quite nice. It would be even nicer if it wouldn't be so crowded inside.
It's a beautiful church. It looks great. It's certainly an impressive landmark for the city.
The cathedral was added to the UN's list of World Cultural Heritage Sites in 1978. That highest of accolades also requires cathedral architect Helmut Mainz to commission some pretty intensive renovation work. This includes removing moss from the walls and gargoyles. Conservation work on the building costs around €1 million a year.
It's really special to be the master builder on a cathedral like this, and then to get a World Heritage listing, the first one in Germany. That's also really special. It's a wonderful job. And the World Heritage status means we'll also get a cleaning service for the building, so it's given us a financial advantage. The cleaning is sponsored by a company and was only offered to German World Heritage sites.
Some years ago, the cathedral received a generous donation for the conservation from the US-based Getty Foundation. This was probably made possible by the World Heritage status. The rules for getting and keeping the distinction also factor in the entire cityscape surrounding the building. There has to be a buffer zone in which no new buildings would spoil views of the cathedral.
They give us professional advice, and there's a report we have to do for UNESCO and for the European World Heritage Sites, answering questions about the management, how you deal with tourists, and what condition the site is in, what protection laws there are, and what dangers the cathedral faces, for example, from climate change.
The interior also earned UNESCO's approval with the octagonal ground plan of the inner chapel inspired by even older Byzantine basilicas. Majestic mosaics adorn the inside of the cupola. The golden shrine of Charlemagne contains the remains of the emperor, while another shrine is said to include Christ's loincloth. The cathedral has been a pilgrimage site for centuries. Of interest to all visitors is the throne created for Charlemagne himself. Another 30 monarchs would be crowned here after him. Among the highlights of the treasury are the golden bust of Charlemagne and a reliquary containing bones from Charlemagne's arm.
I think the cathedral has real international significance, which you can see in the number of visitors. But Aachen Cathedral is also significant for Europe because it's the Church of Charlemagne, and therefore the Church of Europe.
Being of outstanding universal value is a criterion for UNESCO World Heritage status, which the cathedral certainly meets. According to Claudia Grunberg, those selection criteria have changed since the 1972 World Heritage Convention.
The criteria have changed over time. They've adapted to our understanding of culture and nature. And the sites aren't necessarily monumental constructions anymore.
Aachen Cathedral has certainly benefited from being awarded that international seal of approval nearly 4 decades ago. Being a UN-listed building has helped stimulate interest in its past, present, and future.